There on the field, the pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the Giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beatsis is singing "Fight, Balls, Fight." The orange and white Shakers flood the air. The Volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Three-star defensive lineman Carson Gentle makes it official. He commits to Tennessee. He is a defensive lineman in the class of 24. That kind of excites me a little bit when I look at his size. 6'3", 241 pounds. This kid still has 2 years of high school football to go. And I know a lot of you are going to say, Boogie, I don't care about this class of 24. We got to worry about the class of 23. We got to worry about now. Who knows what this kid will do in the future? And that is true. But Carson Gentle is an in-state kid. 24/7 Sports Composite has him ranked as the number 7 player in the state of Tennessee. He's out of Chattanooga, and it just shows that Tennessee has some momentum. You want to call it the Nico effect? You want to give credit to this coaching staff? All of the above. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is Tennessee is becoming the cool place to play, and it's been a long time since we've been able to say that. So it excites me that a guy like Carson Gentle, an in-state kid, we're going to take a look at some of his quotes. In-state kid that loves Tennessee. It just continues to show that people want to come play on Rocky Top. We're going to get into it, but as always, do me a favor, smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. This is for the fans, by the fans. We are fans just like you. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Let's take a look at this article from 24/7 Sports. Carson Gentle commits to VAWLS fulfilling dream to play for Tennessee. You know, that's something that a lot of you guys talk about when we talk about 5-star prospects, when we talk about guys that choose another school. You say, I want a guy that wants to play for the Power T. He wants to represent the Big Orange, and that's what Carson Gentle represents. And you talk about keeping your in-state talent home, and that's the case here with this kid. I'm going to get his highlights going up on the screen as we go through this article so you guys can take a look at some of his film. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about it. It says here, again, Carson Gentle commits to VAWLS fulfilling dream to play for Tennessee. Says he never intended to make his college decision before the start of his junior year, but he recently realized there was no need for him to wait any longer. He already knew that he wanted to fulfill his dream of playing for Tennessee. The article goes on to say the class of 24 defensive linemen from McCallie School in Chattanooga announced Saturday morning that he is committed to the VAWLS, the team he grew up following. He chose Tennessee over early scholarship offers from a half dozen other schools, including Stanford, Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Virginia Tech. It says 6'3", 241-pound Gentle gave the VAWLS their second commitment for the class of 24, joining 5-star athlete Jonathan Eccles of IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Gentle said a conversation with the Tennessee defensive analyst Lavorne Harbin less than 2 weeks ago convinced him that he didn't need to continue exploring any other options. He was already sold on the idea of playing for the VAWLS. And again, it's just to reiterate that. Let's rewind. Let's go back to year one for Josh Heupel. That first summer on campus, they really struggled. They really struggled to get going on the recruiting trail. The NCAA violations, everything that was hanging over the head of this coaching staff because of the stupid ineptness of the previous staff. They struggled to get going in that first class of 22. Now we're seeing the momentum start to build in the class of 23, sitting in the top 10 currently. And now we're seeing it continue, carry over to the class of 24. This fall is going to be critical. Josh Heupel has to take care of business this fall. Here's the quote from Gentle. Says, it was definitely always a dream to play for Tennessee. A dream, especially when the ideas of playing college ball first came to mind. Just knowing the coaching staff there now and how they plan to stick around, being able to see just in the past 18 months what they've done. Again, they got to continue to do it. You got to continue to do it this fall. He says, I know they are on the right trajectory. He says, I know with the 23 class, then looking even into 24 now, I think they're going to be a championship contender and a great team. Also, I think for me personally, it's close to home. They'll be able to make me into about as good a player as any place could. I think to be an NFL player. I don't think it gets much better than that. Goes on to talk about his brothers here a little bit, play offensive line at Harvard. And that's, one of the things that I look at in these kids. Well-spoken. His interview with Austin Price right after he committed. Well-spoken, intelligent, has a good football IQ. And again, both brothers play at Harvard. He also has an offer to go play at Harvard. But he continues to talk about the dream, wanting to play at Tennessee. What better coach to play for than defensive line coach Rodney Garner? Talks about his relationship with Heupel. Says, I never thought I would commit early. He says, I always thought I would commit maybe June or July before my senior year, even like on the signing days, but I was just on a call with Harbin. I realized after the call he had mentioned, we really want you as a volunteer. We want you here, and we're prepared to make that happen any day. Gentle goes on to say, I realized that I could do this right now, and there's no reason to wait. Called him back 30 minutes later. Again, talking about his relationship with Rodney Garner. He says, and then the next week or so, I got on the phone with Heupel. Coach Garner was able to talk to them and told them, let them know. To get that Tennessee offer was a dream come true. Goes on to talk about his brothers. Says they both love Stanford, and I think Stanford was probably their dream school, so Stanford was always a big contender. But this past summer, I just realized I won't be as happy anywhere else as I am at Tennessee. So again, Carson Gentle is in the boat. 3-star prospect in the class of 24. 6'3", 241 pounds. The 24/7 Sports Composite has him ranked as the 7th-ranked player out of Tennessee, 34th-ranked defensive lineman in the country. And again, we'll see those numbers continue to change. Who knows where Carson Gentle ends up. But when you talk about player evaluation and player development, there's nobody better in the business than Rodney Garner. And the fact that Carson Gentle has been on campus twice and camped. So this coaching staff has had the opportunity to see him, coach him in person twice. I like the fact that they pull the trigger, give him the offer, and he commits to Tennessee. Something else I like about this kid, when you look at his athletic background, competes in wrestling and track and field. This is on 24/7 Sports. Finished top 5 as a sophomore in the shot put. Also posted a 50 feet, 10.5 at regionals earlier that month, and a 124.5 in discus. As a sophomore, he recorded 38 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and a fumble recovery. Also plays a little bit on the offensive side of the ball. But again, this kid has only played 2 years. 2 years of high school football. So we've got a long way to go to see if he adds more size. I like his size. I like 6'3", 241. Again, 2 years of high school football left to play. Then he's going to end up on campus. But the momentum that this creates, the fact that, again, we have kids wanting to jump in for the class of 24 when they've still got 2 years to play. And I know the arguments. I know the statements that get made. We got a long way to go. Who knows if he ends up at Tennessee? That's all true. But what it tells me is, again, Tennessee is a place that these kids want to be, and that has not been the case for a long time. So like I said earlier, you guys hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Is it the Nico effect? Is it the authenticity of this coaching staff? Is it Rodney Garner? We're seeing a lot of success in recruiting on the defensive line, particularly at the edge position. I think Carson Gentle probably ends up on the inside with the weight he's got on his frame right now as going into his junior year of high school. What is it? Is it the Nico effect? Is it Josh Heupel? Or is it just a combination of all of the above? I don't care what we give credit to. Doesn't matter to me. Let's go. Let's continue to recruit. But again, it all starts this fall. Josh Heupel, Tennessee, they've got to put it together. I feel like the number's 8. You go get 8 games. You're going to continue to build this momentum in not only the class of 23, but also the class of 24. But again, drop some comments. Want to hear what you guys think. Also, if you have not done so yet, make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Any and all support greatly appreciated. As always, thank you to every single member of this channel. Whether you give 99 cents a month or whether you are elite and contribute $10 a month. We thank you. We appreciate your support. You guys make this channel what it is, and it's becoming a huge community for Tennessee football fans, and I'm just happy to be a part of it and along for the ride. Look forward to bringing you guys as much content as possible over the next few months. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Hope you guys have a great Saturday, and go Big Orange.